Yo, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy Marshall live, and I am live, and it is day number 2 of going live every single day for 90 days and posting on Instagram 8 times a day to see what will happen. Because what I'm convinced is going to happen with producing that much content is I'm convinced that I'm going to blow up my personal brand. And the reason I'm convinced of this is because the people at Meta have pretty much told us that. The people at Meta are telling us that the algorithm is rewarding small accounts and people who are just getting started. And so I want to be able to help people different in 2026. In 2025, we did over 1 billion views on the channel. That was awesome. It was all in videos where I didn't speak or say a word, which is odd because for over a decade I've been a professional speaker and a speaker coach, communication expert, right? But if you've ever been through narcissistic abuse, or if you've ever survived narcissistic abuse, you know one of the hardest things to do is to get your voice back. And if you've never been through this, you're not gonna understand. And that's okay. We all walk different paths and different journeys. But my goal with this is listen, I'll tell you what my goal is. I want to help you guys have financial freedom. Because I've noticed that whether it's in the Christian community, a secular community, it doesn't matter. Money continues to be the thing that limits people in this world. By and large, because they don't understand how it works, which is fine. I'm not here to lecture on that right now. But what I am here to say is I'll give you guys a lesson, a tip that allowed me in 2015 to quit my job forever. I have nothing to sell you. Look, I got to go live every single day for 90 days, right? Over on Instagram, I'm going to post a short form reel 8 times a day, 2 B-roll film, and 6 talking head videos. And I'm going to drive traffic from my Instagram here to Facebook for long form content. So again, if you guys want to copy me, if you're watching this and you're like, dude, I've been wanting to build a personal brand, I've been wanting to learn how to make money online, like, you don't need to ever have to buy anything from me. You can literally just watch what I'm doing and copy me. Because I'm giving it to you guys all for free. Like, I don't want anything. Just go do it, bro. It's always funny when coaches are like, or other creators are like, I don't want to tell people. I don't want to give it all away for free. People are just going to steal it. I'm like, bro, 90% of people are not going to take action. Like 90% of people in the world, across any niche space, any arena of life, 90% of people are just going to sit on their hands and do nothing. That's a fact. I'm not shaming anybody. That's just how the world is wired. You know, we talk about this all the time. 5% of people may like sniff around, you know, see what's going on. 3% of them might take action, but then they give up. And it's that last 1 to 2% of people that ever actually stick anything through. And I've noticed this in every arena I've been in. So again, to those of you who do offer things, coaches, things like this, I'm telling you, just give your stuff away for free. And write this down on a Post-it note and stick it somewhere so you don't forget. Information is free. Implementation's a fee. Okay? So just give everything away for free. And then if people need help implementing it, they can invest in you to help them. Okay, back to what we're talking about. So I'm just going to tell you guys, in 2026, if you want to quit your job, first off, you have to have a system and a strategy. The strategy that I am using, again, is I'm going to leverage Instagram's algorithm. I'm going to post 8 times a day over there. 2 B-roll films, like the ones that you guys see me even posting for the last year. B-roll meaning like just something I'm doing. Oh, I'm doing burpees. I'm going to set up my phone and record it. I'm going to take 5 to 7 seconds of that clip. I'm going to put a trending sound to it. I'm going to put a quote or something that elicits emotion out of you guys. I'm going to write a caption that builds relatability. And I'm going to give you guys a call to action to either follow or download something, right? I'm going to still do those. If you guys are just starting to account and you don't really have your voice and you're not sure how to speak and you're not really ready to be seen speaking on camera, then you should do that. Because coming out of my situation, I wasn't ready to be seen or heard. Like, I didn't have a voice anymore. And I was trying to figure that out and rediscover that. But I couldn't find it. And so I didn't want to stop me. I wanted to be able to share my experience. So I just leveraged one of the styles of content that I knew was winning. So if that's you, then leverage the style of content. And you can do this in any niche. It doesn't have to be narcissistic abuse. It could be anything. Like this guy's mowing lawns, right? He's riding a John Deere lawnmower. There's a John Deere Gator right next to it. Maybe this guy's 68 years old, retired, but he's always been a tinkerer, you know? He loves tinkering. This is the Dillon home where this is a like museum of famous things, so it's, you know. But anyways, hypothetically. And this guy, like, he just loves John Deere's, and he loves, like, manicuring his lawn. This dude could literally just take videos of him mowing across the lawn, 5-second videos, and put, some trending sound to it, and put, grandpas who ride Deere's do it better, or, you know what I mean, like, whatever the thing is. The point of it is that, the point of it is that you want to figure out who you're talking to online, and then you want to create an emotion in them that gets them to go, oh, this person's like me. And then once they have that, you want to let them know, hey, yo, I know where you're at right now, and then you want to call them higher. That's it. That's all making content is. It can be funny, it can be sad, it can be, like motivational, inspirational, whatever. Okay, that's not today's advice. We're still getting to that. But I just want you guys to understand how this is working. Like, most content creators are not talking to you like this. So I'm just telling you guys every single thing that you need to know. So if you have questions, it doesn't matter when you see this, whether it's live or on replay. If you have questions about a business that you want to start, or an idea, or maybe you're already a coach or a speaker, like, you guys, just participate. I'm going to be going live every day. So if you have questions, just ask them. Maybe it's questions about overcoming narcissistic abuse. Like, it could be whatever, getting in shape, understanding the Bible plan, getting your fitness together, like, whatever it is, like, ask me. I'm here for you guys. And I don't know everything at all, but, like, let's do this together. Okay. So back to what I was saying. That's the plan for 90 days. That's the strategy. So if you want to do it this week, I'm doing just do the strategy. The reason that I'm going live on Facebook is because, one, the algorithm reward live video right now more than anything else. Again, they're competing with TikTok. Meta is competing against TikTok. So the reason that they want us on here is they want us creating content so people are over here. And they'll reward live video over pre-recorded video. And again, this is just me. You don't have to do it this way. I'm going to go live every day. You can go live once a week. You could just post one long-form video once a week. The reason I'm doing it here on Facebook instead of YouTube is because I'm already on Instagram. So I want to leverage the boost I'm going to get by posting on Facebook and Instagram together in Meta's universe, because they'll reward me for that. So again, short-form content on Instagram, long-form content on Facebook. All right? That's the plan. So copy me. So let's get into today's video. Anybody that knows me knows I'm a sucker for McDonald's coffee. I love it, dude. And if I don't get anything else from McDonald's at all, ever. But coffee every single morning. If you download the app, you can, like, do a little boop boop, and you walk up to the register and you're like, here's my code, and then they give them the code, and then your coffee's like $1.07. Well, at least right. $1.07 for coffee. It always tastes the same. Anyways, I'm not supposed to be from McDonald's. I'm not really sure if they have humans in their meat or what, but I'm not going to figure it out. I'm not about it. But anyways, I digress. Let's get this video going, because you guys know the strategy. You know why I'm posting. For 90 days, I'm convinced that if I do this and post on Instagram 8 times a day, that we're gonna experience some cool stuff. And I want to document and share with you guys along the way, so you believe me. So you're like, oh damn, I should do that too. And I'll be like, yeah, you should do that too. Remember, before I tell you today's lesson, which is the best advice I have for you if you're a dude who wants to quit his job and start his own online business. But all this only matters if you link your Instagram account to your Facebook account and you turn on professional mode. And then you got to set up your payments and link your bank accounts and stuff, and then fill out your tax information, which is very, very simple. Facebook will prompt you and walk you through the whole thing. But you have to do that. You can't just be doing it and being like, oh, I'm going to start making money. You won't. But if you're all set up to do that in professional mode, you'll start getting paid for views at the very least. Okay? All right, this is the lesson for the day, and this is what I want you to think of. That's where I want you to take for yourself and be like, okay, well, how do I do this? This is a good point, Marshall. Like, how do I do that, okay? But first, before I tell you, I want to share a story with you. I'm going to sit down and tell you this story. The bridge is noisy. Look how beautiful this is. It's too hot to be out here and drinking my hot, delicious McDonald's coffee in a hoodie, and yeah. Anyways, okay, so this is the lesson, and this is the story. Hey, by the way, if you are watching this, whether you're live or on replay, do me a favor and tell me where you're tuning in from, because I'm curious where the channel's getting reach at. How long you've been following me? What do you like about the channel? What do you hate about it? You can tell me. I got thick skin. Okay, so the most valuable lesson I have for you, legitimately, if you're a man, and this is for you if you're a woman too, and you want to quit your job and start an online business, really, it doesn't even matter where you're at in your life. If you know that you want more out of life, then you're going to want to tune into this, because this is going to change how you think about your life. So the year is 2000 and, oh man, what year is it? What year is it? 2014. Yeah, so it's 2014. No, it's 2014. It's 2013. Sorry, I should have figured that out before I even started the live. It's November of 2013, and I'm living in San Diego, California. And in 2013, I would have been 29. That's right. I was 29 years old. I was bartending at the Hotel del Coronado, which is this world famous resort on the beach of San Diego on a little island called Coronado Island, which is not even an island, it's a peninsula. And I'm bartending out there, and it's the day before Thanksgiving. And the Del is just packed, bro. It is packed out. And I'm getting ready to turn 30. And at 41 years old, it's comical to me now. But at 29, I thought, oh my gosh, I'm turning 30 next year. Like, I'm so old. I can't be a bartender. Like, this is it. I was making good money for bartending and what I was doing, but I realized that that was my ceiling. Like, yeah, I was able to experience a little bit of life, and being a bartender compared to having a regular job is amazing, especially when you're making $4 to $5 grand a month cash to work 4 days a week, right? Like, let's be honest. But I understood that there was more to life, and I wanted to experience it. But I couldn't, because my ceiling was capped. Like, I was earning good money, but I was never going to earn more money than this, right? The ceiling, I was hitting the ceiling. And so I'm starting to feel all kinds of messed up. I'm hooked on drugs. I'm hooked on, I'm fighting and drinking every single weekend, like really every single day while living in Pacific Beach, California, like going out every night, getting messed up, doing drugs, fighting people, going to work, doing the thing. And I'm just a wreck at this point in my life. It's the day before Thanksgiving, and the Del is absolutely just slammed packed. I'm running like a nut. And at one point during the service, this guy comes in, and he's this big old dude, man. Got a cowboy hat on, got a bolo tie, a big old belt buckle, like big dude, right? And he's got his big family with him, and he sits down at the bar, and I get him seated at the table, and I'm taking great care of these guys for like an hour. Well, when they get up to leave, the guy pulls me aside, and he reaches out his hand, this gigantic, big old mitt of a hand, and he swallows my hand up, and he looks me right in the eye, and he says, son, you're about the hardest damn worker out. He said, son, I'm a rancher from Oklahoma, and you're about one of the hardest damn workers I've ever seen. I have a good Thanksgiving. And he walks away, and I open my hand, and there's $100 bill in it. Now, at the time, when I say I was broke, man, like, I was broke. I was so broke. And even thinking about the emotion now almost makes me emotional, because it's just like, bro, in that moment, I can't tell you what that $100 bill meant to me. Like, I needed that so bad. I was making good money, at the Del, but that $100 was a boost, man, that I needed. And so the next day is Thanksgiving. And at the time, I'm living in this dilapidated house. It's like a granny flat. It's at the beach, but I'm living with a roommate. Like, you guys, this is not an exaggeration. Like, literal rats running across the floor of this granny flat that we're living in. It's like falling apart. It's disgusting. But we're in our, 20s. I'm 29, and I'm like trying to figure it out, and I'm bartending, I'm hooked on drugs and all these things. And it's always been like this. Like, that's the thing, you guys, it's always been like that. Like, at 29 years old, it had always been like that, because I left home at 18 the second I could, despite everything, because of my narcissistic father, because of my alcoholic father who was never around. And I ran away, and I made that like my life, running from my problems. And so here I am, I'm 29 years old. I'm alone again on Thanksgiving, which, like, for a whole decade of my life now, that was the theme. It's like, I'm not anywhere by my family. I don't know anybody. My roommate went home to his family like a normal person would. Like, again, every single year of my life was always like that. It's me in California. It's me somewhere in the world, all by myself, feeling terrible about myself because I refuse to be anywhere close to my family or in this hometown, right? And I was always just cutting off my nose to spite my face, and I didn't understand it. I was so angry and rageful. And so here I am at Thanksgiving, November 2013, Thanksgiving Day, and I'm sitting on my couch, and I'm probably stoned, and I'm probably drinking. It's like noontime, and I'm zoning out, and there's nobody around, and I watch this rat just walk across the living room. And I pulled that $100 out of my pocket, and I was trying to think, should I go eat or should I go buy some blow with this? I went and bought some blow, obviously, because I was a drug addict. And I'm like looking at that $100 bill, and I'm like, you know what? How did I do that? Like, wait a second, that's crazy. How did I do that? How did I get $100 in like 1 second when usually I have to work like 6 hours to get $100? Like, how did I do that? And this is the lesson. This is the thing I want you to tattoo on your brain. It doesn't matter what you want to do. If you want increase in your life, if you want to figure out how to leave your job and start your own thing, if you want to get out of that relationship and you want to rebuild your life, like, this is the primary lesson. And being back in the Midwest for the first time in 21 years, it's painfully obvious to me that most people here refuse to learn this lesson. But the lesson is this. I'm looking at that, and again, this is God. I didn't know God at the time, but this is God, because how would I have come up with this on my own? I'm looking at the $100 bill and I'm thinking, man, how do I do that again? And the phrase that popped into my head is, you have to get more value for your time. You have to get more value for your time. So how did I make $100 in 1 minute when usually I make $1 in 1 minute? And that was the first time that my mind expanded and I started to look at the world different. And I started to think, how do I earn more value for my time? And that was like my introduction into entrepreneurship. That's when I started to learn, damn, wait a second. So you're telling me if I'm ambitious and willing to go out and study and learn, that I can create solutions around things that I'm passionate about, and then I can leverage things like social media to share it with the world, and then I can sell my own products and services, and I can create freedom, and I never have to go back to work, and I can do it from my phone. That was the lesson. It was like, oh, damn, I need to learn how to get more value for my time. And the first business I ended up launching was called the Bar Marshal. And the idea was I went and I bought a bunch of glassware. And so if you're a rich person who was hosting a party but you didn't know what to do, you hire me. I come and meet with you in person, and we put together a shopping list of what you need. I'm like, okay, you'll want this bottle, this, and then I give it to you, and you go and get all the supply. On the day of the party, I show up with all the glassware, all the tables, the bar, all the things. You give me everything you bought, and I bartend your party. Okay? I was like, well, these are my skills. I'm like, I didn't know what skills. I didn't realize I had other talents and skills at the time. I didn't realize the power of the gift of gab and what I actually had. So I was like, well, I'm a really great bartender. I'm always the best bartender wherever I go. So I'll make a business out of bartending. Like, it made sense, right? I did one event. It cost me $250. It was a $250 investment for all the glass, for everything I needed. I literally, you guys, I had $251 in my bank account at the time. When I tell you I've been trying to make it for a long time, dude, I'm telling you, I was trying to make it for a long time. I had $251 in my bank account. It was Restaurant Supply Depot, San Diego, California, right down by the shipyards. I went and got all my glassware. I walked out the door for like $250 and like 50 cents, right? All the money I had. I got my first gig. It was a pain in the ass because I had to keep because I lived in an apartment in California. I had to keep all of my glassware in a storage unit, which meant I was renting a storage unit. I had all these glasses and all this stuff. So the night of my first party, I get off my bartending job. I'm changing the car. It's hot as crap. I'm putting on my monkey suit, my tie. I'm going to the storage unit. I'm loading up all of the stuff, right? I'm getting to the party. I do the entire thing. The party is packed. I make a ton of drinks. I use up all of my glassware. There's no running water there because I'm responsible for washing my own glassware. Where? I don't even know, right? I didn't think that far through. And so I leave the event. I'm driving home. I got all this dirty glassware. It's late AF. I got to get up the next morning to do personal training. And I'm like, all of that. And I made $260. And I was like, damn, that's not more value for my time. But again, it was a valuable lesson. And the valuable lesson I want you guys to understand is that we all have 24 hours in a day. And I hate when people say, oh, like, it's how you use it, because listen, I understand that I'm a single dude and my 24 hours in a day is not even close to compared to what the 24 hours in a day is of a single mom or a single dad or even a family of a mom and a dad and all the kids. I understand that. I have respect for that. But what I'm saying, it doesn't change the fact is that if you want to change your life, you're going to have to figure out how to get more value for your time. And in the very beginning of trying to learn how to get more value for your time, it's going to look like you having to over-index your time to do that, which means, okay, cool, yeah, you work 9 to 5, but then from 5 until 3, you're going to have to invest time to study, to learn, to do the things that you want to propel you. You can't have this or that in the beginning. And that's why so many people give up. They get started and they go, I can't do this, because they don't have a long enough vision to understand that it's a short sprint. If you can win that short sprint, then you turn the table. Then everything flips on its head. And all of a sudden, you are able to create more value from your time because you double down, triple down on the time that you had. You over-indexed against the skills and the talents you had, leveraging social media and a mobile phone to build an audience. And you started to create more value for your time. But again, most people don't want to do that because it's so much in the very beginning. If I tell you, bro, you can literally change your life and start getting paid $1,000 to $3,000 every single month for just being you and sharing your experience, wisdom, and knowledge online. If you do this for 90 days, and you go, do what for 90 days? And I go, for 90 days, you post 3 to 8 times a day on Instagram, and you go live once a day on Facebook, or at the minimum live once a week on Facebook. And most of you won't do it. You won't do it. And that's okay. But what I'm telling you is that is the lesson. The reason that I'm able to work from my phone and continue to make money and continue to help people and travel and speak and coach and train and lead, and the reason I've been able to take literally like 2.5 years off and get by is because I have the skills to still make money online. I don't have to make $10,000 a month. I don't have to make $100,000 a month like I was in the past. I only had to make $1,700 a month to survive. And so what I'm telling you is, when you understand how to get more value for your time, even me being somebody that was made millions, helped millions, lost everything because of a narcissistic relationship that I got myself into, lost everything because of this narcissistic relationship, I still didn't have to rush right back into work. I didn't have to rush my recovery. I didn't have to rush into healing. It's not about me. I'm just telling you, because I invested the time to learn how to get more value for my time, because I invested time, money, and energy to do that, when the moment came that I needed to leverage and rely on those skills, I was able to do it in a completely new and different niche. And so if you're a man who wants to learn how to literally leave your job and you want to build an online business, and you need to invest your time, money, and energy learning how to build an online business. And it's going to be a lot of work in the beginning. But I'm telling you, the strategy that you need to use is that if you post on Instagram 3 to 8 times a day, and you go live on Facebook every day, or at least at the minimum once a week, and it's targeted at a specific audience, and you are in a certain niche, and you frame yourself as an advisor who's authoritative and credible, you will build a brand and start making money online. Your life will change, and your side hustle will become a full-time hustle, and you will be able to level up your life. Now, I know, I'm sorry, forgive me, but I am a human being. And so the pride in me says, bro, what better revenge to get on the narcissist than to get in incredible shape, start getting incredibly wealthy, build an incredibly impactful business where you're changing people's and transforming people's lives, and then doing it all publicly where people can like come to you for free, and you are just taking what the devil tried to kill you and you're making it good for God and Jesus Christ. Like, what's a better revenge than that? I don't know. Just my 2 cents for the day. So, day number 2, going live for 90 days on Facebook. I'm curious, when you saw this, what day am I on now? You saw this is the first one you see. Click on my profile. See what day I'm on now. Or did I give up? I love you guys.